crazy. I mean, there's even a theory like we were possibly created underground and brought to the surface of the earth. I mean, when you think about it, we're not really built for the surface. I mean, when you look at all the other creatures on the earth, they have feathers and fur and, different types of skin protection that we simply don't have. You know, we have to build fires to keep warm or, stay inside of buildings. We have to make things to keep us alive on the surface. Without those things, we would die. We have to kill things and take their fur and, or sorry, unalive. To unalive things to, unfortunately to live on the surface. That's how it goes. And yeah, that's a nice little theory that goes along with the hollow earth, that we were possibly created underground and then brought to the surface. In 1940s, there was an Operation High Jump led by Admiral Richard Byrd, and he made some pretty outrageous claims. And well, there's a whole interview made on him. There was books. There's been all sorts of information. Unfortunately, after this one interview in 1940s, there was not another interview conducted, and in his older years, he was put inside of kind of like basically an old person's version of a mental institution, and he died under what you could say suspicious circumstances. It was a heart ailment, but some people speculate otherwise. Anyways, in Operation High Jump, Richard Byrd was flying his plane over Antarctica, and he apparently found a hole so big he could fly his airplane through it. And as he did so, he said some force had taken over controls of his plane, like the controls he couldn't operate it. Something had control of his plane. It brought him down. It said it was almost like a slow elevator ride in his plane down to the surface. And he said something came audibly communicating to him saying, "Do not panic, Richard Byrd. You're in good hands. Don't panic. We'll take care of you, this and that." And, so he ends up talking to this leader of this civilization in this big hole he just found in Antarctica, and he has this conversation, I guess, during the development of nuclear weapons. I guess this civilization attempted to make contact with our leaders, and they were met with hostility, with fighter planes were chasing them down and, trying to shoot them and stuff like that. So I guess they didn't really get that chance to speak with the leaders, apparently. So anyways, I'm not sure what all was said in this conversation, obviously, but it's a really interesting interview/documentary. There's lots of them on there, the one I saw was on Tubi. It's really great, fantastic, highly recommend it. That would be nuts to go out there and find a random civilization. Nuts. Anyways, I'll have a more in-depth video on this later. Y'all have a wonderful night.